Hello student, today I will be teaching you chemical kinetics and the topic is rate law. So what is rate law? So the representation of rate of a reaction in terms of concentration of the reactant. The representation of rate of a reaction in terms of concentration of the reactant is known as rate law, rate equation or rate expression. So it is actually the representation of rate of a reaction in terms of concentration of the reactant. This point you have to keep in mind. Suppose we consider a hypothetical equation. A moles of A react with B moles of B to give me C moles of C plus D moles of D. So rate will be directly proportional to the concentration of A raised to the power X, B concentration of B raised to the power Y. These X and Y are experimentally determined. This X may be equal to A, may not be equal to A. So X may be equal to, may not be equal to A, may be equal to A. So it may not be equal to A or it may be equal to A. Y may not be equal to B, Y may be equal to B, and X and Y are experimentally determined. X, Y are experimentally determined. If we put a constant, proportionality constant, that is called rate constant. Or velocity constant of a reaction. So minus dr by dt is equal to k, a to the power x, b to the power y. This is called differential rate equation. Because it is given in terms of dy by dx, or we can say dr by dt. So suppose we consider a reaction 2NO gas plus O2 gas give 2NO2 gas. So nitric oxide reacts with oxygen to form nitrogen dioxide. So how we will determine whether the rate is dependent on 2 power of NO or 1 power of O2. So we have to take one of the reactant constant, or we have to take in large excess. Suppose we take the concentration of O2 large excess, then the reaction will be independent of O2. So rate will be directly proportional to NO concentration raised to the power 2. And if we take NO as large excess, then we can see that the rate of the reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of O2. So here overall rate will be directly proportional to NO to the power 2, O2 to the power 1. We can leave it also, because 1 we don't write anything. Nothing means 1. If it is not O to the power 0, then it becomes 1. If O2 is there, then it simply means the power is here 1. So rate is dependent on NO raised to the power 2 and O2 raised to the power 1. That means the rate is dependent on 2 power of NO and 1 power of O2. So how we will determine this? This is determined on the basis of experiment. So here we see that the rate depends on as is the stoichiometric coefficient. So this reaction is second order with respect to nitric oxide and first order with oxygen. That means the overall order of this reaction is third. Now, rate law for any reaction cannot be predicted by merely looking at the balanced chemical equation. So only seeing the balanced chemical equation we cannot predict the rate law for any chemical reaction. And so that means we cannot predict it theoretically, but it must be determined only experimentally. So rate law expression is determined experimentally. Suppose we see this reaction. One example is there. Chloroform reacts with chlorine, and as we know this reaction happen in presence of sunlight to form carbon tetrachloride plus HCl. So the rate of this reaction is dependent on both chloroform and chlorine, but here the rate is dependent only half power of chlorine. So rate law for any reaction cannot be predicted just by merely looking at the balanced chemical equation. That means just by looking at the stoichiometric coefficient, but it must be determined only experimentally. So the overall rate of this reaction depends on 1 power of chloroform but half power of. So the overall order with respect to Chloroform we can say that it is 1, but with respect to chlorine it is only half. That means overall order is 1.5. So order, I'm going to discuss the topic order also. Order is experimentally determined. It can be negative, positive, fraction, 0 also. So for this reaction the overall order is 1.5. Let's discuss order of a reaction. So rate is given by K, A to the power x, B to the power y. For this, the order with respect to A is x, the order with respect to y is B is y. So overall order here will be x plus y. So the sum of the powers of the concentration terms, here A, the reactant A has the power x and reactant B has the power y. So sum of the powers of the concentration terms of a reactant in the rate law expression. This is the rate law expression. So in this rate law expression we see that the sum of the powers of the concentration terms of the reactant is called the order of that chemical reaction, and order is experimentally determined. We cannot determine order theoretically, and it is the sum of the powers of the concentration terms of the reactant, So here the order is x with respect to A, y with respect to B. Overall order is x plus y. If suppose x plus y is 0, then the reaction is called zero order reaction. If x plus y is 1, then it is called first order reaction. If x plus y is equal to 2, then it is called second order reaction. If it is x plus y is equal to 3, then it is called third order reaction. So order is experimentally determined. It can be negative, positive, fraction, 0, etc. So a zero order reaction means that the rate of reaction is independent. A zero order reaction means that the rate of the reaction is independent, or it is not dependent on the concentration of reactant. Suppose we consider a reaction where reactant R gives product. So here rate is dependent on zero power of reactant. That means it is independent of the concentration of reactant. Such a reaction is called zero order reaction. Zero order reactions are very rare in nature, but some enzyme catalyzed reaction thermal decomposition of HI on gold surface, thermal decomposition of ammonia on platinum surface. So these are some of the zero order reaction. So enzyme catalyzed reaction, thermal decomposition of HI on gold surface. So when HI is decomposed, it will give H2 plus I2, and when ammonia is decomposed on platinum surface, on hot platinum surface, then it forms nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. So these are the few of the examples of zero order reactions. So a zero order reaction is a reaction whose rate is independent of the concentration of any of the reactant. That means rate is equal to rate constant for zero order reaction. Let's discuss this question. Question 1. So calculate the overall order of a reaction which has the rate expression. So rate expression is given to us. What we have to do is to calculate the rate of the reaction. So we know, calculate the order of the reaction. We have to calculate the order of the reaction. So overall order is the sum of the powers of the terms of the reactants. So what we will do here, power of A is half and power of B is 3/2. So this is 0.5 and this is 1.5. So the order of the reaction, overall order of the reaction is 2. Here 3/2 minus 1, that is half. That means it is 0.5, half order reaction. So this way we find out the overall order. So what we do, we add the powers in the reactant concentration terms. So here 3/2 minus 1, because it is negative with respect to B. So thank you students. I will be discussing the rest part of the topic like molecularity, pseudo-unimolecular reaction and Arrhenius equation in my upcoming next video. Thank you.